Could the Tradwife Movement help strengthen the American family unit? I ain't saying that's the answer. I'm just asking the question. You said you submit to your husband.
Yes.
Yeah. I have a tick. It's not, I'm not trying to start trouble.
A couple years ago, I was in college pursuing meteorology. That was considered great. A couple years ago, I was into the bodybuilding industry and I was into fitness modeling. That was awesome. However, when I decide I want to drop out of college and become a traditional wife, and my only goal in life is to be an amazing wife and mother, that's when eyebrows seem to raise. Being a traditional wife is so much more than just cooking and cleaning and wearing house dresses. We wives budget down hard. There is times where you don't get what you want, and that's okay. So instead of always spending all this crazy money at a coffee shop, we make our coffee at home for the most part. That doesn't mean we don't go out to a coffee shop like ever. My husband took me out for my birthday, and you know what? I did get a coffee, and it was expensive because it was my birthday, and that is okay. Another thing traditional wives love is aprons, because these aprons are like our house uniforms. We know when we put those aprons on, we mean business. If you are a career woman, you are sacrificing time at home for your career, and same with traditional wives, we are sacrificing a career for more time at home. Women should have the choice to be homemakers or not without being judged. And women should also be able to use the term tradwife, which means traditional wife, and not be shunned for wanting to be more traditional.
Well, Esty, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, so tell me, you think the Tradwife movement, and Tradwife is like a hashtag, it's on TikTok, it's on Instagram, right?
Yes.
So this is a big deal on social media. Why do you think it's controversial?
I think that it comes from both a positive side and a negative side. I think that it is gaining a lot of attention because a lot of women are realizing that being a wife and a mother is enough, and you don't have to have a career as a woman to feel fulfilled. But I believe it's also getting controversy because a lot of people are thinking that it's bringing women back in time to second-class citizens, and that's simply not true.
Well, so what are they getting wrong? What are they missing that makes this a good thing?
Well, you are not a second-class citizen being a traditional wife. You are embracing a role at home, and you are a wife, and you're a mother, and you're taking care of your home. You're doing the cooking and the cleaning. And if somebody's not doing it, or the wife is not doing it, then somebody has to come in the home and do it anyways. So it's a very valid and fulfilled role.
You actually go on social media and promote this, right?
Yes, I do.
And that's kind of a job.
It's more of a hobby.
But you have 100,000 followers or more, right?
Yes.
On different platforms.
Yes.
And do you monetize that?
I do. TikTok pays me anywhere from $50 to $180 a month, and then YouTube pays me $300 a month.
Well, you need a manager. You've got 57,000 followers. You've got 7 million views. So you put out quite a few videos, and a lot of people look at them.
Yes.
What do they say?
A lot of women support this. A lot of women want this, and they are so happy that there's a woman out there online. And there's plenty of women doing this, but they're really happy to find other women online who are promoting this and saying that this is a great thing to do, and they're happy, and this is enough. On the negative side, you have a lot of people thinking that this is a white supremacy movement, and it's linked to white supremacy, that this is dangerous for women to be financially dependent on their husband.
White supremacy. Mm-hmm. Here are some of the positive comments. Beautiful, compassionate, inspiring, my favorite, awesome, favorite account, love, inspiration, wonderful, my dream. A lot of really positive things.
Absolutely.
On the negative side, really sad, brainwashed, bullcrap, so wrong, stupid, crazy, dumb. Is this for real? Tradwife equals sad wife. So some people get exercised about this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, do you answer them?
Sometimes I'll get in a mood and I'll go back at them a little bit, but often I ignore them. And actually, when you have a lot of support online, people will defend you, and you don't actually have to.
Yeah. What's the meanest thing you've ever said back?
I want to say get a life, but that's not true. Can't remember.
Yeah, I bet you can't. Okay. Esty says a day in the life of a tradwife is really very busy. You are busy. Did that say you were putting on makeup for an hour and a half?
Makeup and hair, yeah.
To not go anywhere?
Well, you gotta go to the grocery store.
And you said you don't ever wear sweatpants?
I have one pair, and I don't wear it often, no.
Why are you hiding your face?
Why are you looking at me?
I'm just curious. Okay, you said you submit to your husband.
Yes.
Yeah. I have a tick. It's not. I'm not trying to start trouble. What do you mean by that?
Well, I think the term submit has gotten such a bad rep, and it's gotten completely twisted in the media.
Uh-huh.
I actually blame the twisting of this word from the porn industry, and it has this weird BDSM connection, and a lot of people think it's degrading and that the woman is less than a man, but biblical submission is what traditional wives talk about, and that means that the husband has the ultimate authority in the home, and this is from the Bible, and there's a lot of different opinions about that, but in my marriage, we follow that.
My life as a traditional husband is great. I have a clean home to come home to, and I also have food on the table.
We're making some pasta from scratch.
It puts a smile on my face when I get home that my wife is prettied up for me. She's done her makeup and has a pretty apron on.
Why wouldn't we dress up to see the most important person of our life, which is our husband?
I think most men would like to have a traditional wife. My coworkers that have actually said, like, man, you're super lucky. I want a lifestyle like you.
My husband does not have to lift a finger when he is at home.
When I met Esty, I was 20 years old and Esty was 22.
I was going to college to please my parents, but I secretly wanted to be a traditional wife.
Before I met Esty, I never really dated, not even casually dated, but when I met Esty, I knew that she was the one and that we were a match made in heaven.
We don't do opposite sex friendships. I don't think a woman needs to have a male best friend.
A modern man would feel much more insecure than I do as a traditional husband.
I don't mind at all when I have to call you and check in and make sure you're okay with me going somewhere.
In our marriage, we don't have arguments. I'm the leader of the marriage. I'm the one responsible for coming up with a solution. And Esty does not ever talk back to me.
I submit and I serve my husband.
I'm sorry. So why was a trad wife important to you?
When you raise a family, her taking care of the children, staying home with the children, coming home to a well-cooked meal, clean house, and just having a wonderful life and living life and loving your family and your wife.
And how did you bring this up?
I brought it up on our first date, actually. Yeah, surprisingly, yeah, I did.
Really?
Yes, I did, yep. And we talked about it for like 2 hours on our first date, and we both loved the idea of it, and that was a goal that we wanted to work towards.
And you say you don't have any arguments.
I wouldn't say that we don't have any arguments.
Well, you did say we don't have any arguments.
Or disagreements, but I come up with the solution to solve that, disagreement, or when we have a disagreement on something, I'm gonna be the person to come up with a solution so it doesn't lead into an argument
And that's because you're the repository of all knowledge, or what? How does that? How does that work?
You just, you just think that you love each other, and you need to figure out a way to put whatever you guys are disagreeing about behind you, and
do what you want.
do what I want.
Well, that's what you said. You come up with the solution.
We come up with a solution, but it's not always what I want. I want to make my wife happy. That's my job as a husband, to make my wife happy and love my wife more than anybody or anything.
Yeah. Well, we had that kind of agreement. We decided I would make all the important decisions and she would make all the rest. We just haven't come up to any important decisions. And that's worked out really great.
It's a very balanced life. I think people think it's extreme to have one person at the head of the household, but it's very natural and it's been done for a very long time.
Mm-hmm. You say when Esty goes out at night, you go with her.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, the world we live in nowadays has got, so many things out there that could happen to somebody, especially a woman. And you also have car crashes, all this stuff. I want to make sure that she's safe to get to where she needs to go, especially at nighttime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you think about modern feminism?
I think it hurts a lot of things. I think it hurts masculinity in general. I think it hurts the traditional roles that we live. I think that, and I think it hurts masculinity because the woman is more the leader than the man. Men are born to be leaders. A masculine man needs to be a leader, and he needs to walk with God. And he needs to be able to protect his wife at all costs. And that's what my take is on it.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you would ever support her having a career outside the home?
I would support my wife in whatever I need to support my wife in. But, that's why I married the woman I married, because we chose this lifestyle and this is what we love.
Yeah. You think you would ever want to work in some other capacity?
Well, I wouldn't.
You certainly work hard now.
I work hard, yes. I wouldn't say my life is hard by any means, but...
No, but I mean, I saw your schedule.
I do believe women should be busy at the home, and I would not want a career because I truly am fulfilled in this role, and especially when I soon become a mother, that role will be even more fulfilled, and that whole chapter will open up a whole new world for me and so much more happiness, and we just look forward to that.
Yeah. Do y'all plan to have a family?
Yeah.
We do.
How many children?
I would say around 3 children. That's the ideal, but if it's more, then it's more, and we'll love it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What do y'all do for fun?
So I hunt, I fish, and I spend time with my beautiful wife here. We love to go to the mountains and go to vineyards and just have a wonderful time up there.
Yeah. What do you do for fun?
I do go hunting with him every now and then. I never thought I would like it, but it's fun to take part in your husband's hobbies, and he enjoys it, and I love seeing him happy.